Certainly Asset Arena has helped us become more competitive. I think increasingly the operational area of the business is seen as a potential source of competitive advantage. So there is an ongoing quest for operational excellence, and the Asset Arena solution has certainly helped us in this regard. And I think if you look at the way that we use Asset Arena from sort of straight through processing, effective transaction processing, it's also obviously helped as a front office tool. Portfolio managers and traders can do the job that they need to do without being concerned about operational issues. Certainly Asset Arena has helped us achieve a higher level of productivity alpha. I think it would be impossible to achieve the kind of efficiency and effectiveness, productivity alpha, without a fully integrated solution. And Asset Arena provides us with that. It's really an end-to-end solution, so we get fast and effective transaction processing. So Asset Arena really is, in our view, a great example of an enabling technology. And it really contributes significantly to our effectiveness as a business and certainly helps generate operational alpha. Certainly in the more developed markets, algo trading is a major play. And probably 80–90% of the volumes in more developed markets. I'm not sure the statistics in South Africa, but I dare say it's nowhere near as much. Cadiz certainly uses algo trading for certain types of trades, like limit trades. We find it extremely useful. I think we could use algo trading more if the communications capabilities in South Africa were probably more competitive. I've been told it's issues around latency that prevent us using algo more. But there are huge potential benefits, definitely. Certainly in the area of productivity, in reduced trading costs and greater market liquidity. Certainly efficiency, I think, like most businesses, is a critical component for success. There's an increasing focus on the cost line, and we simply have to be able to deliver more for less. And so operational efficiency and effectiveness is a key component of that. Areas for improvement, there are probably a lot. The issue is around data management. Successful data management is very important. Probably better use of algo trading, and we would love pre-packaged rule sets for compliance. The push for transparency is pervasive. I think following the financial shake-up that we've just been through, a lot of trust's been lost with clients and customers, and the whole push for transparency is one way of getting back that trust. From product design and pricing to marketing and distribution, and how we deal with clients when they exit or divest from a product. I would say the top three challenges are cementing our position as a preferred value manager and combating the squeeze on yields which a lot of fund managers are feeling, and to try and do this in a far stricter, more stringent regulatory environment. Altogether, it's quite a big challenge. But certainly operational efficiency and effectiveness is one tool that we have in the toolbox that is going to help us in all three of those areas. When you look at what's the changes in Reg 28, it seems to be aligned with a greater quest for transparency. It's about unwrapping wrapper structures. It's about drilling down to client level. It's all about increased transparency. We don't think we have a serious challenge here per se. We are very happy with our capabilities currently in Asset Arena to be able to deal with things like drill through. We already do it in our live pooled type products. Potentially, we will be launching products on a kind of guided architecture basis. I think there's some interesting issues arising there which we fully haven't thought through as yet. But the planning's in place, and we'll be tackling these issues pretty urgently. UCITS is fastly becoming a global standard for collective investment schemes. And while CAM currently is primarily focused on the domestic market, I think South Africa is beginning to understand that we need to embrace UCITS for regulatory environment. And I would imagine that this is going to become part of our CISCA environment, another pillar within CISCA. We are extraordinarily happy with the compliant environment that Asset Arena offers, and we're quite sure that whatever UCITS 4 or UCITS 5 when it comes throws at us, we'll be more than able to respond. Technology is certainly a critical component for our business. If you think about the fund management business per se, it's all around information and decision making. You simply have to have the right information in the right place at the right time. And you simply cannot do that without a good technology platform. Of course, this is something you've got to review periodically. You cannot afford to get trapped in legacy systems. And this is one of many reasons why we're very happy with Asset Arena. The scalability of the system, it's really all about flexibility and scalability. One of the reasons we've been with Asset Arena for so long is because it offers an end-to-end solution. I think there's been an age-old debate around whether it's better to integrate best-of-breed products or whether to go for the end-to-end solution. And I think in our mind, Asset Arena offers us best of both worlds. I think independently the modules are competitive, but as a total solution, it does provide a very compelling solution for us from one end of the value chain to the other end of the value chain. I think very fast and efficient processing, effective data management, great pre-trade compliance, etc., are all part of a very compelling integrated solution. Of course, dealing with a single vendor, SunGard, also has significant advantages. I think over the years we've built a strong relationship with SunGard. They have a very good understanding of our business from one end to the other, and therefore they can offer us a holistic approach to finding solutions for what are ever-changing needs. Some 6 or 7 years ago, following what was a large acquisition for us, but in current terms a very small acquisition, we really needed to get our systems platform on a far more sustainable basis. In those days we had a lot on our plate. The ASP solution was perfect for us. It enabled us to ring fence the technology issues, the DRP issues, give them to people that we were trusted and were happy with while we focused on other areas of the business. I'll start that again. It has been a very successful solution to us, but I think one of the critical components that we focused on, and I think is so important, is that you need to craft a proper SLA. Clearly lays out roles, responsibilities and expectations of both parties. We spent a considerable amount of time on that, and I think it's really helped us in the ASP solution. We've revisited and rolled our commitment to SunGard. We looked at the ASP setup. We were very happy to roll our commitment on that basis. It's a tried and trusted solution for Cadiz. It does allow us to focus on what we want to focus on, while the technology and the technology platform and the DRP environment essentially takes care of itself. I guess the biggest challenge is keeping up with the rate of change and ensuring that we have the capacity, the risk management plans, the monitoring processes and procedures in place to keep up with all the new regulatory requirements. And I think with that, the right systems in place, which is where the Asset Arena environment helps us significantly, you're going to be dead in the water. In the last 12 months, we've embarked on a major project. We've completely revamped our compliance system, our Asset Arena compliance system, to cope with all of the new legislation coming through, and in a way designed in such a way that we're relatively confident we can deal with new stuff as it arrives. It's been a very successful project. We're very happy with the outcome. I'd certainly agree compliance is the hot topic, and it's not just a question of the volumes that are coming through, that we need to spend so much more time on issues relating to monitoring and reporting of regulatory issues. It's also an interpretation issue. A lot of what comes out of the regulatory environment is subject to interpretation. And I think given the compression in terms of timescales and the volumes together, there's very little around in terms of interpretation. We've obviously recognized these challenges, and we've been gearing up over the last 12 to 18 months to meet the challenges. We've employed more skilled people, we've completely revamped the Asset Arena compliance system, and where necessary we've been interacting with both the industry and the regulator on issues of interpretation. Ultimately this is a race you just can't afford to come second in. We've essentially adopted an outsourcing or hosted solution all around. I'm happy to say that we use JP Morgan in Cape Town, and it's been a very successful relationship, and as has the relationship with SunGard. I think a key factor in that has been the crafting of very complete and exhaustive SLAs, laying out roles and responsibilities and expectations. I think the idea of our two strategic partners working together is obviously very beneficial, and I would certainly expect to see a more effective throughput of data and information. There would certainly be perceived benefits coming out of our strategic partners, JP Morgan and SunGard, working closer together. We would certainly expect that. And from a systems point of view, faster throughput, better data management and integrity, those kind of benefits will come through. I think also we live in hope that even the current pricing policies, there may be more flexibility there in pricing policies to come up with more usable, effective pricing policies. I think Cadiz is living proof that SunGard solutions are not only for large companies. I think in any company's life cycle there are times when you need to make step-up decisions, and I think this was triggered for us following a smallish acquisition. We needed to get our business on a more sustainable platform, and we decided to invest in SunGard solutions. It was a major decision for us. I can't say it was inexpensive, but when weighed against the long-term benefits, it was definitely an appropriate decision for us. I think the ASP solution was also a very good entry point for us, and it helped us in many ways isolate some of the technology issues that we didn't have to grapple with. They were given to people who were experts in that field. And I think the ASP route should be something that entry-level or smaller firms should seriously consider when looking at technology solutions and SunGard solutions.